Spring always feels hopeful. And if you're anything like me, the moment the garden centers start setting out seedlings, you feel that quiet pull to refresh everything. The containers, the pathways, the little corners that felt tired by the end of last season. But here's the truth. Not everything labeled garden is worth bringing home. And especially at Dollar Tree, it can go either way. Some things surprise you. Others don't make it through a single rainstorm. So today, we're doing this carefully. These are 10 new Dollar Tree garden finds for spring 2026 that actually work. Not just because they're affordable, but because they solve real problems in small gardens, balconies, patios, and compact backyard spaces. This isn't about filling your cart. It's about choosing well. Before we begin, let me share the filter I used while testing these. For something to make this list, it had to hold up outdoors, solve a genuine garden issue, work beautifully in small spaces, not look overly temporary or flashy, be worth buying more than one. Because when something is truly functional, you don't just use one, you integrate it into the system of your space. All right, let's start with something small but surprisingly effective. 1. Self-watering planter inserts. Now, these are not full self-watering pots. They're inserts, and that distinction matters. Most people overlook these because they assume anything this inexpensive won't regulate moisture properly. And to be fair, they are not designed for large, thirsty plants like tomatoes or peppers. But for herbs, they work beautifully. Here's why. In small containers, especially on balconies and patios, soil dries out faster than we expect. The top looks fine, but the lower layer becomes dusty and hydrophobic. These inserts create a small water reservoir underneath the root zone, allowing capillary action to slowly pull moisture upward. What that means in real life is basil doesn't wilt at 2 p.m. Mint stays hydrated without daily panic watering. Parsley maintains steady growth. Now, here's the honest limitation. They're shallow, so they're best for herbs, leafy greens, small flowers, and starter plants, not deep-rooted crops. If you're using them, pair them with neutral terracotta-style pots, matte white containers, or woven-look planters. Avoid thin, glossy plastic pots. That's where it starts looking temporary. Used thoughtfully, these inserts turn basic containers into low-maintenance herb stations. For renters or busy gardeners, that's a quiet win. 2. Minimalist metal garden stakes. Every year, Dollar Tree releases garden stakes. Most of them are bright, seasonal, decorative in a very obvious way. But this year, they've introduced more neutral silhouette styles, matte black, simple shapes, botanical outlines, and those are the ones worth buying. Why? Because vertical layering changes everything in a small garden. When you only have containers or a narrow raised bed, your space can look flat. Stakes introduce height without taking up ground space. Here's how they actually work. Place them toward the back of a planter grouping. Let herbs or trailing plants soften the base. Use them in odd numbers for visual balance. They don't have to scream decor. Instead, they act as subtle structure. One thing I tested was stability. If you push them directly into loose potting soil, they can wobble. The solution is simple. Insert them closer to the container wall or anchor them near a root ball for support. They're not meant to withstand storms, but in a balcony setting or sheltered patio, they hold up surprisingly well. This is less about decoration and more about visual rhythm, and that makes them worth it. 3. Flexible garden trellis panels. Now this one surprised me, because lightweight plastic trellises usually feel flimsy, but these new flexible panels are more durable than expected, especially when used correctly. Here's where people go wrong. They treat them like standalone structures. They're not. These panels work best when secured against a wall, attached to a railing, or anchored inside a raised bed with additional support. Used that way, they become excellent vertical growing surfaces for peas, bush cucumbers, mini cherry tomatoes, and climbing flowers. And in small gardens, vertical growing is not optional, it's essential. Instead of spreading outward, you grow upward. That means more airflow, better light exposure, and easier harvesting. If you're using these in containers, insert them before planting. It prevents root disturbance later. And aesthetically, choose green over white if available. It blends better with foliage. These are not heirloom quality trellises, but for a $1.25 seasonal support system, they genuinely expand your growing capacity. That's what makes them work. 4. Seed starting greenhouse trays with domes. Seed starting can get expensive quickly. Heat mats, grow lights, specialty trays. But if you're starting a modest number of plants, especially herbs, lettuce, or flowers, these trays are a practical entry point. The key is understanding their purpose. They are not commercial-grade propagation systems. They are humidity regulators. The clear dome traps moisture, creating a microclimate that speeds germination. For crops like basil or zinnias, that consistency makes a noticeable difference. Now here's how to make them last beyond one season. Reinforce drainage holes if they're shallow. Avoid overwatering. Thin plastic can warp. Store them flat in a dry area. If you're working with a sunny windowsill or compact grow light setup, these are perfectly sufficient. For beginners, they remove intimidation. For experienced gardeners, they're efficient for small batches. And because they're inexpensive, you can stagger plantings without committing to large trays. That flexibility matters in small homes. 5. Natural jute twine rolls. This may seem simple, but it's one of the most useful items on this list. Plastic ties are functional, but visually they disrupt the softness of a garden. Natural jute twine blends in. It weathers gently, it biodegrades, it supports without drawing attention. You can use it for tying tomatoes to stakes, training cucumbers onto trellises, securing lightweight branches, or creating simple horizontal support grids. And in a small patio garden, that subtlety matters, because when every element is visible, cohesion becomes part of the experience. The twine this season is slightly thicker than previous years, which improves durability. Just store it indoors between uses to prevent moisture breakdown. It's simple, but thoughtful details like this elevate a space without adding clutter. 6. Warm-toned solar path lights, new spring versions. Every year, solar lights show up, and every year, most of them are too bright, too cool-toned, or too obviously plastic. This spring, some locations are carrying warmer LED versions, and that makes all the difference. Cool white lighting, that bluish tone, can make a garden feel harsh. Warm white lighting, on the other hand, creates a soft evening glow that feels layered and intentional. Now here's how to make them last beyond one season. Direct sunlight is crucial. Full sun is key for maximum charge. In low light, they won't last through the evening. Design integration. Choose matte black or brushed metal finishes over clear plastic tops. They disappear visually during the day. At night, they glow. That's the balance. For renters or those without wired outdoor lighting, this is one of the simplest ways to extend your garden's usability into the evening. Not dramatic, just quietly beautiful. 7. Stackable vertical planter bins. Vertical gardening isn't just trendy, it's strategic. When ground space is limited, you build upward. These stackable bins are lightweight, yes, but when assembled properly and placed against a stable surface, they perform well for shallow-rooted crops. Best uses: strawberries, leaf lettuce, spinach, thyme, and compact flowers. Avoid heavy plants like large tomatoes. They'll destabilize the tower. The key to making these work long-term: 1. Fill with high-quality potting mix, not garden soil. 2. Water slowly so moisture distributes evenly. 3. Rotate occasionally if placed in partial sun. One common mistake is overfilling them. Leave a small lip at the top so water doesn't spill over the edges and wash soil out. From a design standpoint, neutral colors work best. If bright colors are your only option, cluster them together instead of scattering them throughout the garden. That creates cohesion. For balcony gardeners especially, this turns a single corner into a productive vertical bed. It's efficient without feeling crowded. 8. Matte plant labels, new neutral styles. Organization isn't glamorous, but it prevents confusion later. Dollar Tree has released matte finish plant labels this season, and that small detail makes them more usable. Glossy labels fade quickly and reflect sunlight, making them hard to read. Matte finishes reduce glare and hold marker ink better. Here's how to make them last. 1. Use a paint marker instead of regular ink. 2. Write on both sides. 3. Insert them slightly angled toward the front for visibility. Especially in small gardens where crops rotate frequently, labeling keeps things intentional. You don't want to confuse parsley with cilantro. You don't want to forget which tomato variety you planted. These are small systems that reduce frustration, and in tight spaces, clarity equals calm. Before we move into the final 2 items, I want to pause for a moment. If you've ever brought home something from Dollar Tree that surprised you, in a good way, I'd love to know what it was. Because while some items are seasonal filler, others quietly become staples. The goal isn't to buy more, it's to buy smarter. And that means choosing pieces that integrate into your garden, not clutter it. All right, let's finish strong. 9. Micro irrigation drip kits, seasonal packs. Now this one requires realistic expectations. These micro irrigation kits are not full-scale watering systems. They're modular helpers. Best used for container gardens, balcony planters, and small raised beds with 2 to 4 plants. They typically include thin tubing, a few drip emitters, and basic connectors. Here's how to improve performance. Pair them with a slightly elevated water source. Keep runs short to maintain pressure. Secure tubing with clips or stakes. If you expect them to irrigate an entire backyard, you'll be disappointed. But if you need consistent moisture for a row of herbs or a strawberry tower, they reduce daily maintenance significantly. And in hot weather, that consistency prevents stress cycles, which directly impacts yield. This is one of those items that works best when integrated into a broader watering strategy. It's not the system, it's the supplement. 10. Garden storage caddies and tool totes. The final item isn't about plants, it's about workflow. Small gardens can become cluttered quickly. Gloves on chairs, pruners on tables, twine tucked into random corners. These compact storage caddies keep everything contained, and that matters more than it sounds. When tools are easy to access, you prune more consistently. You deadhead flowers regularly. You maintain structure, which keeps the entire space looking intentional. Choose neutral colors if possible, or woven-style baskets for a softer appearance. Keep one tote for pruners, twine, gloves, plant labels, small trowel, and store it near your primary planting area. That reduces friction. And gardening, especially in small spaces, should feel fluid, not scattered. Now that we've walked through all 10 finds, I want to zoom out for a moment, because none of these items are extraordinary on their own. They're simple, lightweight, affordable, modest. But when you combine them intentionally, they create something much more powerful, a small garden that functions smoothly. That's the real takeaway here. The self-watering inserts reduce daily stress. The trellises and stakes build vertical structure. The twine softens support systems. The seed trays extend your growing season. The solar lights lengthen your evenings. The irrigation kits steady your watering routine. The storage caddies remove friction. Individually, they're small upgrades. Together, they form a system. And small space gardening is always about systems. When space is limited, inefficiency shows immediately. Clutter feels heavier. Overbuying feels obvious. Cheap materials look cheaper. That's why discernment matters. If you're shopping at Dollar Tree this spring, here's the mindset shift. Don't ask, is this only $1.25? Ask, does this improve how my garden works? That single question filters out most impulse purchases. For example, bright novelty decorations? Probably temporary. Oversized plastic planters with thin walls, likely to warp. Tools with weak joints, short lifespan. But structural helpers, things that support watering, organization, vertical growth, and lighting, those are where the value hides. And value doesn't mean flashy, it means functional. Another quiet principle: buy multiples only after testing one. Try a single trellis panel before lining your entire bed. Test one irrigation kit before committing to a full setup. Start with one stackable planter tower before building a cluster. Let performance guide expansion. Spring has a way of making us want to do everything at once. Refresh every pot, replace every label, upgrade every corner. But gardens grow better slowly. Add one layer at a time. Watch how your space responds. Notice what feels easier. Notice what feels unnecessary. That's how small gardens stay peaceful. And remember, you don't need premium tools to grow well. You need thoughtful choices, consistent care, and systems that support you instead of overwhelming you. If even 2 or 3 of these finds simplify your routine this season, they've done their job. Spring isn't about accumulating more. It's about building something that works, beautifully, quietly, and intentionally. And that's where real garden satisfaction lives. I'll see you in the next one.